You're on the road beyond. Welcome. I'm Todd Duplantis. Good to have you with us in the studio live this afternoon at HCC TV with my co-host, Doug O'Brien.
How's it going?
It's good. It's good. Been a few weeks since we've been on. A lot has happened. We'll get to that. But I want to welcome you and all of you to our 100th episode.
That's quite a milestone.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm a little disappointed in how you dressed, but
you know, I could have broke out the tux. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I watch all these award shows or these shows, and they're all wearing tuxes for a monumental episode, right. And I think that just looks stupid. So
I thought expect you to go with a tux, but I didn't think you would come from jogging around Buffalo Bayou. And
well, you know, it's how I spend my lunch hours. You know?
So does it feel like 100 episodes?
I don't know. Some days it does, but it keeps it fresh because you are, as we mentioned, I think you're like my sixth co-host.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I've only been here for 5 or 6 episodes, I think. Right. So I'm the sixth co-host.
Yeah.
So what's the common denominator?
I can't tell.
I'll let someone else.
Ike was the first person.
You've been here the whole time, right?
Yeah, Ike was the first. Ike McFadden, when we first started the show, he was a co-host and he helped launch the show. And he just literally got too busy. He moved to like Malta and he's living in Greece now. Yeah, he's living in Greece.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you said others have.
Yeah, we want to talk about them.
Yeah. I just need to know whether I need to take out some life insurance.
Oh, no. We should be okay.
Okay, good.
But we're going to trudge on. You know, a lot has been going on over the last few weeks. I guess you missed the alien invasion on December the 3rd.
I did not see it. I was not a part of it.
Yeah.
I certainly saw all of the videos. There are so many videos. And do we want to discuss our theories now?
Well, there's two things. They said there was going to be an alien invasion on December 3rd.
Yeah.
That came and went. But then all of a sudden, these drones start appearing in New Jersey, Arizona. Now they're in New York. And there's a map. I mean, these things are, and they're saying they're going back out over the water. Now, just in the last hour, live on one of the news channels, a New Jersey congressman, Jeff Van Drew, he came forward and said he'd met with military representatives. High-level sources of his have told him these are connected to Iran. And they say there is a mothership, an Iranian mothership off the Atlantic. I'm not making this up here. And supposedly that's where the drones are launching from. A lot of people are saying these drones they see them out over the water.
Well, that makes more sense than what I heard because you would figure Iran doesn't know much about America. I mean, who would go to New Jersey if you're an alien?
Trump has a golf course there and a home.
Well, okay. So it's interesting you bring up Trump.
Yeah.
The theory I heard, and this was online, so take it for what it's worth, is that all the sightings we're having are from the others, as they're being called, right?
Yeah,
they are a hybrid alien human species that have been here on Earth.
Yeah.
We have never known about them because we just aren't prepared for it. Like, we're just not ready for aliens to be here.
Yeah.
But now they're starting, since the new administration has taken over, apparently there's some agreement. So they're making themselves known more, and that there is some sort of intergalactic event coming that we will need to team with the others to protect us all.
Great. All right. Yeah.
So I like the Iran.
You never thought you'd like to go with the Iranian sabotage story, but that's kind of what we're going to go with. Take a look at some of these videos, though. Here's one of them, rotating drone video. Now, a lot of people are saying this reminds them of a biblical verse involving the book of Ezekiel, where it's talking about seeing this rotating sphere, and that could be what they were seeing at the time. That's pretty intriguing. Now, here's a close-up shot of a drone we're going to show you right here. This is an interesting one as well. And then we've also got some others. They're saying they create these drones to look like a jet from below.
Okay.
But could they just be a jet?
Well, it does have the green and red lights.
They say they're creating them to fool us.
Interesting.
Here's another one from New Jersey. They're all over the place. Another one from New Jersey right there. You know, and these things they say are the size of small vehicles or small SUVs. They're not small. They're not. These are larger grade, off the market drones, and they're pretty good size.
And they're always triangular, if you notice.
A lot of them are triangular. Now, one thing that's interesting, we're seeing a lot of orbs. This was documented in Manchester, England, on the runway. Take a look at this. An orb literally sitting on the runway. Nothing to see here. Yeah, this is real. This is documented.
We're sure that this has been confirmed.
It's been confirmed. Yeah. And there's another video, I guess, is computer generated enhancement there.
Interesting.
And
no one went and checked it out?
Apparently it was there and then it just took off.
Oh, wow.
But it was on the runway for a while. There's just some weird stuff going on right now. None of us can put our finger on it. You can get a lot of theories. Now, one theory I've heard was, we have one administration that's kind of checked out and leaving.
Yes.
One of them that's trying to get in, but it's still January 20th is a ways away. So we're in this soft period. They're saying this would be the time that adversaries would be testing us out.
True.
So it leads this Iran thing, if it's proven, we're going to hear more about this by the time our next show is. Our next show is not until after the holidays. Hopefully we'll all still be here. Hopefully the others haven't taken over. We don't have an interactive event.
I just want to know, why do people not have better cameras? I've got a Samsung, and
there's
I can
some
take
good
some
pictures online.
Okay.
My problem is,
seen those.
I don't know, but I don't know about you. But yeah, I've got it. I want to get a Samsung because I've got an Apple, one of the new Apples, and I've noticed the Samsung's better quality.
The camera is fantastic.
Better quality. So that's the reason I would switch. However, what I'm noticing, you think about it, something's appearing in the sky. I've never been able to take the greatest pictures at concerts or in the sky. Concert, I'm thinking of that, the lighting's kind of weird, it's in a dark environment. I've never been able to take great pictures on my phone either way with that. So some of the pictures, though, that you see are close up, that leads to believe, is it real or is it AI?
I don't know. With AI, it's hard to believe anything anymore. I mean, I use AI at the radio station.
Right.
So I could literally take your voice and clone it and have you say wonderful
I could be doing commercials. Yeah, I could be doing commercials for
literally. And I've done it. I've used it to.
You did it with celebrities too.
I've done it with celebrities. Yeah. I've done it with dead celebrities to have fun with it. So AI, and that's just audio. So with video, anything is possible.
Well, the new Randy Travis album, you forgot about that.
Yes, that was
done
amazing.
with AI because the man unfortunately can't sing. I think he had a stroke.
He had a stroke, but he was in on that project.
Yeah, he was in on it. Yeah, but just think about that.
A lot of people are saying that could be the future. I know we're getting off topic a little bit. That could be the future of radio and even television, is having AI. And as a matter of fact, we'll have to do this on an upcoming show where they had 2 AI bots talking. They had a talk show, and it was revealed to them that they were AI, and they literally had a meltdown figuring out. They had an existential crisis. So if all of that we can do with just audio, video, and if you've ever seen AI video, some of it's really trippy.
Oh yeah. I saw some giants building the pyramids yesterday.
Did you?
on X, and formerly known as Twitter. There was literally a video of pretty realistic looking giants building the pyramids.
I'm with you in that the Iran theory makes way more sense.
And they're saying
you're right. This is the time to do it.
This would test out the defenses, and just to show some power out there. I mean, once again, we're not saying this is fact, but this is what a New Jersey congressman, Jeff Van Drew, went public with in the last hour on television. It's all over now, and I'm sure we'll hear about it later. But I'm hearing that Iran worked with China to get these special drones. Because these aren't your amateur drones, that you're flying around, buy them and get them to Christmas stuff.
And I've heard when people try to use their own drones to get pictures, because obviously the drone can get closer than we can with our cameras on the ground. But when they try it, I remember I watched a video today where someone was talking about their drone got close, and as they started filming, lost all power. Almost like an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse, and it dropped straight to the ground. The guy hasn't found it to retrieve the footage.
Yeah.
Or if it even made it to cloud, So there's something about these electrically that
they're able to shut down
it. Right.
They're shutting down things. Yeah.
We're talking Star Trek era type stuff.
What scares me, though, is we just had a congressional hearing on this yesterday.
Yeah.
And we had members of the military, the FBI, everybody's saying, we don't know what it is. But are you kidding me?
Yeah, but
come on.
Let's play devil's advocate. They can't really say that they know exactly what it is because a bunch of yahoos are going to hop in a boat and go, well, we're going to teach them Iranians,
Well, they aren't doing they aren't doing it over, like Texas or some of the more heavily armed states.
Somebody would shoot it down.
Exactly.
If it happened here with Houston or the area.
Right.
But I mean, I understand that they can't tell us everything, but don't lie to me completely. Yeah. But I got another thing. Is it UFO or is it UAP? Somebody help me here because
the government says UAP. Most of the public says UFO. That's what I'm going to go with. But the government can't acknowledge that.
Stands for unauthorized or unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah.
Right. So, which makes me wonder if it really is something else now. They're wanting to get away from the alien idea.
No, they know what it is.
100%. I agree.
Okay, we're going to have to take a break. We're going to have more on this, I'm sure, in our next show. But we're going to talk to the ghosts of Tombstone, and we've got a special guest coming up. We're going to return in 60 seconds. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. Could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes. Through all of the strangeness, I'm going through changes now.
Where's your emergency?
Welcome back to the Road Beyond podcast. I'm Doug O'Brien along with Todd Duplantis. Don't forget, you can find us on social media at the Road Beyond podcast. But now we're going to go from the skies and aliens and whatever back to the Old West.
That's right. You've heard of the movie Tombstone.
Of course. Great movie.
Great movie. Wonderful movie. Lots of great lines in that movie. We're going to be talking about the past of Tombstone, how it relates to today. Everyone's familiar with the movie, and it may be known for the gunfight at the OK Corral, but Tombstone was founded by a guy named Ed Shefflin in 1877 when he discovered silver. Now, a mad rush happened. Of course, people came from all over to go to Tombstone, and they built a mine. The main hoist of the mine caught fire in 1886. The town became a ghost town. But now it's living up to its name.
Sari Hewlett-Pacheco is a paranormal investigator who's launching a brand new show. This is going to be very cool. The Paranormal Supernatural State. So, Sari, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
We're happy to have you here. What can you tell us that we don't already know? Because I'm going to guess you've got a little more insight into the whole Tombstone area.
Well, yes, Ed Shefflin did found it. He used to go pick up rocks, which is how that happened. And he got the name because the mine came in, and then they said the only thing you're going to find is your tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Tombstone because of that. Okay. So a lot of people don't know that the town was actually huge. It grew and grew and grew. Like it would rival some of our cities today. But what happened, it went through some things where things died, the mines died, this, that, the other, but it was one of the most horrible places to be as far as crime. there was over 100 saloons. So can you imagine 100 saloons, brothels everywhere? I mean, brothels would be, you go to church next to a brothel.
Hey, it's
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, okay. Hey.
Yeah, they would hang in the street, or, there was a killing every day. Every day.
You do your sinning, then you go to church right next door. So
Yeah.
There you go. With 100 saloons, that just, and people toting guns and everything else. It's like, well,
Sari, you've gone to some of those saloons, but I know there's one in particular you want to talk about. And I guess this person who the name of the saloon was attached to, is it Doc Holliday? And it was the Big Nose Kate Saloon. And tell us a bit about, because you had a bit of a connection there.
Yeah, so Big Nose Kate got her name because she basically was in everyone's business. She was actually Doc Holliday's common law wife. They met long before Tombstone. They would fight all the time and make up, and she even accused him of things that landed him in jail with Wider. And then, come and say, oh, he didn't do it, I changed my mind. But that was what they did. She was also one of the witnesses at the OK fight, the gunfight, which, by the way, never happened at the corral. It actually happened behind in an alley.
okay.
That's kind of what, I'd heard. It wasn't as glamorous as Hollywood makes it.
No, it was like over with it. Second.
When Hollywood glamorized something?
Imagine that.
What?
But there was, we were filming in Big Nose Kate's saloon, and there's 3 sections. There's the upper section, which you all would walk into if you were the tourist coming in. Then there's below, but then there's another below after that most people don't know, because this guy used to tunnel back and forth to get the silver out. It's actually a little mine area under there. He was like a little tunnel rat that he would live under there. So we got word that a lot of the waitresses were telling us that they were being touched as they walked by the bar and stuff like this. Actually caught a person, a spirit of a person that it looks like a person to me, with shoulders and everything, that would walk back and forth at this one section of the bar.
And you've got this on video?
Yes, sir, I do.
Is this the one that the
audio? We film day and night.
Is this the childlike figure?
No.
Okay. Because I know you had caught a childlike figure as well. You also, which I found interesting, you did you caught a orb that was materializing into a little girl in a tie with someone named China Mary.
Yes, China Mary was very well respected. She ran all the Asian market, the Chinese market. She ran the brothels. She had the laundry, a monopoly on laundry. Anything that went down in that district, she knew about it. She was like the boss. Okay. And we saw this orb come across, and I took a picture of it, and then we let the cameras roll, and we kept enlarging it, and you can actually see a face materialize, like her.
Yeah.
Here.
Wow.
I think we had a picture of that, which we are showing as well. And I think it's Nathan, if you look, you should have a picture of a orb materializing into a face as well, that you'd sent us. One thing, why do you think this town has such a presence now in the paranormal? Is it because of all the people that died, the unfinished business by maybe the spirits that are still there, a mixture of both, or impressions?
I think it's everything, all the above. I'm a medium, but I also feel things. I smell things, hear things. There's a lot that I do, and I can visually see people like I'm looking at the two of you. And that's whether it's day or night.
Okay, wait, let's hold on one second. How did you develop that, or how did you figure that out?
Well, I've been doing this since I was a kid. I would see shadows, like a guy walking into my bedroom at night, which was really scary as a teenager.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
You've seen the silhouettes of the cowboys resting up against the barn or a house.
Yeah.
Texas people have those things. But that's what it would look like coming in my room. And then in the morning, it would face the other way.
Really?
Yep. I had plates that would fall off the wall, but it was like, remember Patrick Swayze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the penny, they would take a plate and literally slide it down the wall.
Wow.
Very slow. It never broke and then rested on the floor. So I started seeing all this stuff, but then it's like, am I really hearing this or am I not? You didn't know there for a while.
Well, now I've heard a lot of stories in the Old West, particularly because tobacco was such a big thing. Do you smell tobacco a lot when spirits are around?
I smell tobacco. Yes. I can smell floral things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can tell you, like, I know my tells. In other words, if I have my chest hurts, depending on where it is in my chest, it could be a heart attack or it could be I was shot in the chest or pneumonia.
Right.
I have felt a burn victim. So in Tombstone, there's a Watt Tarbell, which was the old mortuary, which is where the Clantons and everybody, they worked. That's the mortuary that was used. It's not too far from the birdcage. And I remember the little girl that was a burn victim, and she would run up to me and I would get so hot. The people standing next to me, as close as you are to Todd, they would feel the heat from me.
Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was stopped on right across the street at the Oriental by Virgil Earp. This is, I know this sounds weird, but this is my life. And there's another famous medium there named Nora Weed that was working with me. She's an amazing medium. And it took her to get me off there. They couldn't knock me down. They couldn't move my feet off the platform. I was just there. I could not physically move.
We've got about 2 minutes left in this interview, but Sari, I want to ask you, I've talked with other mediums who have said they have to figure a way to shut things off for a while. Are you able to do that to where you've developed enough relationships with the afterlife or these spirits that you can say, I'm open to it now, I'm not now, I want to watch TV or I want to talk with someone?
Yes, absolutely. You can't stay on all the time. You have to have your own space because it's draining. It drains you. And especially if I'm giving a reading to someone, like if I'm looking at the two of you and if I see someone around you, they're busy talking to me. I might be looking at your face, but I'm busy listening to what they're telling me.
Yeah.
Are you able to do it right now? I'm just curious. Are you able to do it through the screen or do you have to be in the room with the person?
No, sir. I can do it through the screen.
Okay. No need to. I was just asking. Just to be clear. I don't want to know.
I mean,
do you ever just treat the spirits as regular people? Like you're around the house and you're just being closed off? Do you ever just find yourself going, hey, knock it off?
Yeah.
I'm watching my show.
Yes. We do have spirits in my home, and then we have a guest house. They have their own set. The two don't mix. Then there's some outside. So if you were to come here, you wouldn't be disappointed.
Wow.
Yes.
And Sari, you're working on the show, the Paranormal Supernatural State. We're going to have your website address and keep us up to date how that project is going. And I know we want to get together in the future and certainly want to see your place and maybe see if we can catch one of the spirits.
We need a road trip.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
It needs to be a road trip.
You're south of Houston, aren't you?
I am south of Houston near Liverpool or Alvin. Yeah. Just come and do an investigation. You won't be disappointed.
I think we're definitely going to take you.
I'm nervous, but you won't be disappointed.
Sari Hewlett-Pacheco, we appreciate you joining us this afternoon for the Road Beyond podcast, and we look forward to talking to you in the near future.
I look forward to seeing you both as well. Thank you so much. It's been great to be here.
Thank you, Sari. All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to look at some memories of the past. This is our 100th episode. We're going to make Doug a little teary-eyed. Stay tuned.
When I grow up, I want to work in a hospital.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Welcome back to the Road Beyond podcast. You know, not many podcasts make it past like 8 episodes.
True.
This is our 100th episode, and we appreciate you joining on this past year. But I wanted to look back from the beginning. And one of the men I worked with when I started the show as a TV show back in like 2003 was the first producer for the show. His name was Peter James Haviland. And tragically, Pete passed away in November of 2022. His loss is still being felt on the show, and we will always be in debt with his expertise and his friendship. So, Pete, rest in peace, my friend. Another person who helped me with the show in the beginning was Ike McFadden. When we launched this podcast, he was my co-host for, I don't know, like 50 or so episodes, and he went off to bigger and better things. He lives in Europe now, so things aren't going that bad. Yeah, but he used to put these pictures of us together,
now this
just
is
using
you?
our faces.
This
I'm on the
is
right, yeah.
Okay.
And that's they took Ike's face and put it on the older version of Han Solo. He did this with a few of us, and that was one of them. Here's another one. If Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, me on the right, Pete, or I should say Ike on the left. So
it's just kind of creepy.
It is
creepy. It's just creepy.
He did some other ones that were even creepier. Yeah, that were just grotesque in some shape or form.
Well, I'm happy to join it. Even though it's been just a handful of episodes, hopefully we'll make it for another 100 episodes.
Yeah, you know, well, if we can get back on doing this on a regular basis,
yes,
we have other life and other job duties.
Well, in the new year, once we get into the new year, we can get on a roll.
Well, we were going to be taking off for the holidays. We back after the holidays. We appreciate you joining us. Have a great holiday. Thanks for being here.
Have a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Same to you.
And we'll see you guys next time on the Road Beyond podcast. Thank you for being here.